Ah, Tamit. Cantor Crinzy sent us a letter. She wants to meet, though she avoids saying exactly why. You remember her, yes? The Doggy Twilight Cantor. She is much like the moon singers of my day. I assume it concerns the Rajaska, the singers we faced that were turned into Dromathra by the power of dark songs. Better that than the Inquisitors, or that High Cantor. They see my very existence as some sort of heresy. Zerith-var trading post in northern Grotwood. If such a place was standing in my time, it went by another name. It could be the ruins of the Halls of Colossus, for all I know. Please lead the way. Let us make haste to see our Zerith again. Zerith-var trading post. I remember Grotwood from my travels as a young cub. The hot days in those jungles could make paste of our moon sugar stores. If anything has changed since my time, I hope it is the weather. My eyes see many things in shadow, Tamit. I can tell you what I see as I see it. Rajaska are Rithantin fallen to the bent dance, moon singers, possessed by Namira's void. In the present age, they prey on Twilight Cantors like Crinzy and her cohort, exorcists who drive back the dark by way of song. They prey on those with music in their hearts, whose power can be twisted to strengthen their ranks. You and I can stop them, as we did in Claw's strike, and the Vile Manse. With your might and the tools of my order, we can redeem their fallen souls. Fighting their leader is how I met my end. The inscription on my tomb said they disappeared from this world when I died. They have returned, and I believe Azura herself sent me back to dispatch them. We only need to find them. Just this letter. Since last I saw you, I worried the High Cantor might have turned our Zerith heart against us. But if she writes to us for help, clearly that cannot be the case. I just wish she had written sooner. I have a low opinion of this High Cantor. But then again, perhaps, this is unfair. I hardly know her. She is loyal to those Inquisitors of the new faith of elsewhere, yes? This Zerith-var that brands me a heretic. I never worry about the inevitable. Our paths will cross again, and soon. I know how to stop Rajaska. Their presence here explains mine, but I do not know how to navigate this new faith. These Inquisitors. Thank Azura that you are here to help me. This second era, as you have called it, is a tumultuous time. Conflict finds purchase in every corner of Nirni, and even planes beyond. It is strange to see what is still remembered, what is new, and what has been forgotten. Some part of me always will be. But it is clear I am needed here now, with you. I am immensely grateful for this second pounds, Tamit. Knowing it is for a reason and a purpose makes it easier to appreciate the wonders of this age. There are more things now that unite than divide. Guilds, factions, parties of adventurers, all working toward common goals. Friendships forged like the bonds of family. Distance is not the obstacle it was back in my day. It is inspiring to see.
Bright moons! There you are! Over here!
We came as quickly as we could, Zerith. You speak to Cantor Crinzy. while I watch for any lurking inquisitors.
Oh, I am relieved to see you both. I could not say much in my letter, just in case it was intercepted. Izalgo, a cantor from my order, was tending to an exorcism nearby. An escort of inquisitors accompanied him, but now they are all missing. Izalgo is not the first Twilight cantor to disappear, and the inquisitor investigations go nowhere. I risk much just talking to you. High Cantor Viti says the inquisitors have forbidden all contact with you and Zerith-var, especially Zerith-var. The Enforcers of Faith have a very specific definition of heresy. I am more concerned about cantors becoming Dromathra than I am about changing minds. Can you ask around about Izalgo? Perhaps someone here in the trading post saw where he went. Meet me behind the temple northwest of the trading post when you finish. Cantor Izalgo is a Cathay Khajiit, with spotted fur and sweet brown eyes. I suppose it seems too much to hope that he just ran off for a tryst with some honey-tongued local. Normally we cantors are a nomadic and solitary bunch. Easy prey for a Rajaska. We correspond with each other often, trading songs and stories of our travels. But some of the other cantors have fallen silent. I fear the worst. It is hard to get word to every member of a group as scattered as ours. Besides, we cannot pause in our duties. We exorcise dark spirits, but we cannot cleanse bent souls the way Zerith can. Namira never sleeps. Viti says they are, in their own way. They are intent on attacking the Rajaska, instead of defending those they prey upon. I am sure they would get that done faster if they worked with you and Zerith, but nobody pays attention to my suggestions. Izalgo is a little scatterbrained. I swear he would lose his tail if it were not attached to his arse. And yet he always manages to keep track of that journal of his. Oh, he has the most beautiful voice. I hope you get the chance to hear him sing. Well enough to know that if he has not replied to one of my letters, it means something is wrong. We are more than just fellow cantors. I sang at his nephew's name day. Oh, I really hope you can find him. Plenty of fieldwork, actually. Not all exorcisms. Tending to those in need, writing songs, singing whatever I wanted, whenever I wished to. Quite the change of pace from what I had been doing before all this. Before that, even, I was Sahita under High Cantor Viti, her protege. We had a falling out. She refuses to see the good in what you and Zerith can do. I am free to wander on my own now. Despite the risks, I plan to make the most of it. Viti is an exceptional mentor, but I could not remain with someone who ignored such an obvious sign from Azura. But she is not an inquisitor. She may yet come around. I just hope that happens sooner rather than later.
Cantor Izalgo readily came to Redford to answer a plea for help, and when he disappeared, Crinzy dropped everything to come after him. It warms my heart to see such kindness, but I worry it may be the undoing of these cantors. Let us ask around.
Why must these storekeepers take theft as a personal slight? Your wares are good. It is a compliment. Twilight Cantor. Yes, there's one walking around. Clever-looking little daggy. Is that who you mean? This one might have seen another one in similar dress not long ago, but the memory is fleeting. Must not have stayed long enough to make an impression.
Yes. This one can't afford to settle with Shanra, so he takes his business elsewhere. Jode's chariot, what a joke. The only one who stopped at this one short-lived sugar stall were thieves. Unless this Twilight Counter of yours has fingers as light as his song, Inni says so no such singer.
More questions? Those Inquisitors already treated me like a criminal. I will tell you what I told them so I can get back to my nap. The Cantor moved on. I do not know why. There was never a need for an exorcism here, at least as far as I know. Perhaps. I told the Inquisitors this person was asking about an exorcism. When no one knew what he was talking about, the Cantor said he was heading for Gold Folly, the mining settlement just south of here. Now move along, Walker, and let me rest.
Let us make haste to Gold Folly. We still may be able to save Cantor Izalgo. I am beginning to think Cantor Izalgo was drawn here by a ruse, a trick of the Rajasca to isolate him and turn him to their ranks. We should get to this Gold Folly as soon as we can. My Moonclaw. It senses Dromathra nearby. Let us look around. A dead Inquisitor. I shall invite forth his spirit. Perhaps he will be more amenable in death than in life.
What? What has happened to me?
Speak to the spirit quickly. I hold it in cupped claws. If he decides to depart, I will not stop him.
That song. That twisting, bending song. The Cantor suspected it was a trap, and he was right. My soul would have bent too, were it not for the mercy of their blades. What is this? Have you drawn me back to torment me? To do your bidding? Rajasca, and not just one. A whole pride led by some ancient evil. They questioned me about the necromancer, Zerith-var. The recent dead that strode out of Moonmont. He must be in league with those abominations. The Cantor led me to the Rajasca. He kept saying a name over and over again. He led me behind the stables, a door in the ground that leads to darkness and death. Pray that Cantor Izalgo was broken and killed, rather than bent to their ranks.
Our thanks for your testimony. May you find peace in Azura's embrace. If only these Inquisitors were as helpful in life as they are in death. Behind the stables, he said. Quickly, Tamit, before Cantor Izalgo bends to the shadow with the other Rajasca. That was one of the Inquisitors. A Rajasca bent his soul. Izalgo's journal. He mentions Ravith Morna. This is troubling. Let us return to Crinzy at the Northwest Temple in Redfur. Our missing cantor wrote of dark dreams and a darker melody. Ravith Morna. At least he is not here. Hope remains, until it does not. Let us return to Crinzy, while I ponder Izalgo's words.
Another Twilight Cantor here, did you see? It bodes ill.
It bodes worse for that little doggy. I could hear that older cantor berating her from across the bridge. Keep away from the western side of town. There's a Twilight Cantor yowling with all of Boethra's fury. This one would not wish to stray into her path.
To live and die and never see a Twilight Cantor is a blessing. To see one, you should give thanks. To see more than one, you should start to pray.
That is the High Cantor, yes? Looking as sour as ever. What is she doing here?
At last, my Sahida's presence here makes sense. You lured her here! This ends now. This one forbids you from involving Crinzy any further in your misdeeds. Viti does not wish to see the Inquisitors take notice and act against the young one. My Sahida, disobey my direct orders? You and that charlatan necromancer have influenced her with your dark thoughts. And in so short a time, what business could she have with you? Ah yes, the Rajaska. How convenient that they appeared at the same time as your friend. This one looked into his Order of the Hidden Moon, a once noble clan brought to ruin by corruption from within. And this is who you choose to travel with? When the vulture eats the asp, it does not do so out of virtue. It does so to slake its appetite for flesh. You may hunt the shadows. This one has seen as much. But there is a darkness in your friend where his heart should be. Viti can sense it. The Inquisitors of the Torval Curiata will find you, outsider. You and your necromancer. Stay away from the Twilight Cantors, or else! When you have walked the world as I have, you see how often trust is rewarded. Stay away from my Sahida. She may not understand, but I know nothing good comes from abiding necromancy, even if it is well-intended. This one knows what she senses. An exorcist of my years is not wrong about such things. There is darkness in you, Zerith-var.
Let her go, Tamid. We should tell Crinzy what we found in Gold Folly.
You have returned! Thank Azura.
Tamid, tell her what we found. I need to collect my thoughts.
I was about to come looking for you when High Cantor Viti found me. She demanded to know what I was doing here. Do not worry. I did not mention either of you. This! Well, if it helps, I do not think she will send for the Inquisitors as long as I am with you. She worries about me. She just refuses to see reason where Zerith-var is concerned. But what news do you bring? Did you find Cantor Izalgo? I am sorry about the Inquisitors, but my concern is for Izalgo. Let me see. Oh. Were the other Cantors lured with dreams such as this? We have no defense against such darkness. No song that can cure such a summons. We must stop this Ravith Morna. Zerith knows about the Rajoska. Well, Zerith and perhaps the Inquisitors. I do not need to tell you that they will not help us. If only we could find Ravith-Morna, then maybe Zerith could save the Cantors bent by her song. He knows her from his life before? Let us hear it from him then. Zerith, who was this Ravith before the darkness took her?
I hoped we would not have to shed light on that chapter of my past.
Azura sent you back for a reason. Could this not be it?
I will tell you what I know. Before she fell to the bent dance, Ravith-Morna was Moon Singer Ravith. In my time, Moon Singers were not so different from Twilight Cantors. My memory of her holds a sorrow I have trouble putting into words. She was the first I ever called Tamit. I would come to call her more than that. In the end, I died trying to stop her. Besha-Anzi, my friends, this memory weighs heavy on my heart. To me, that battle, my death, it happened only yesterday. I do not trust my tongue to recount this sad tale. But there is a ritual I could perform. It allows us to walk the path of my memories. But I must perform it in a specific place. Try to keep an open mind. What you and Krinzi see may trouble you. She has been gracious in trusting us where others in her order are wary. If she is willing, I would trust her to see the worst parts of me, as I trust you. Var, let us venture to Jazenji Seer to enact this ritual before I change my mind.
Zerith speaks of Jode's Light, west of Dune and Reaper's March. There is a ritual chamber at the back of the western atrium, for the ritual of Kujijo, yes?
I am glad to hear it is still known in this time. You are welcome to travel with us, Jarith-Anti.
Oh, I would not miss it. I will gather the components needed for this ritual and meet you there. Kujijo! I have read about it, but to see it performed... I will meet you at Jode's Light, after I gather what we need for the ritual. Do not worry. No dark dreams trouble me. And I know how to keep myself safe from danger on the roads.
Jode's Light. I did not think to translate it. But this is a different time, yes? Let us make haste, Tamit. There may still be a way to save Izalgo and the other Cantors if we can figure out where Ravith-Morna lairs. The ritual of Kujijo requires deep meditation in a place close to one's faith. We will burn braziers of specially treated moon sugar and meditate. I will focus on my memory of Ravith. Then, the visions will take us. I am not certain. I have only ever filled your role in the ritual, as a Bavadik, a supporter. Memory can be like a shroud to the one enacting the ritual. You will help me carry this shroud, so I am not smothered by my past. Perhaps, perhaps not. The ritual of Kujijo will call forth turning points in my life. Many of those involved Ravith. But it brightens my skies that you would wish to see the world where I came from. The ritual chamber lies to the west, Tamit. I will guard our tails. The comfort of a fire, as true in your time as much as in mine. How could the moon bishops allow this place to fall to such a state? Shameful. Just shameful. The ritual chamber is in the western half of the temple, Tamit. Lead the way.
Welcome. Kenarthi blessed me with swift travels, and I have prepared the chamber. All we need now is the two of you.
Jode's love and Serendar's charity. Thank you, Krinzi. Tamit, you will lead us through my past as we peer into the shadows of memory. Begin by igniting the braziers here. Kneel with me before the altar. Together, we will spin my memories from the moon sugar in the air.
We must meditate, Walker. It is necessary for the ritual.
We stand in the meditation chamber of the Hidden Moon Temple, as it was in my youth. Tamit, you will guide us. Touch the light of memory when you wish to proceed.
Here he is, my former partner. Rise, Zerith-var. I finally found you a partner you might actually be able to work with. Meet Ravith.
Moon Singer Talbira. You bring me another one. I told you. No more pretty voices that turn tail as soon as we set foot in the darkness. Never watch your past self if you can avoid it, Tamit.
Ah, I see. The cat who walks only at night thinks everyone else fears the dark. I see why you wish to pass into another Talbira. Do they keep him here because it is the only place in the temple large enough for his big head? I knew you would make a perfect match. If you do not kill each other, you will be Tamiti in no time.
We will see about that. Let us hear the song of yours then, Ravith. And that was how I met Moonsinger Ravith.
How strange to see Zerith-var without his glowing eyes. And the way he holds himself. Very different from the Zerith we know now.
You have now seen how I first met Ravith. It was an inauspicious start. When I was still a young student with much to learn, it was the practice of the Hidden Moon to partner their adepts with Moonsingers. Talbira was mine until she was late in her years. Others were chosen for me, but none lasted. Not until Ravith. Few can bear to walk the path of the Hidden Moon, where we have little comfort aside from faith. Ravith came from nothing, feared nothing. Her faith in Azura filled her with the same fire that filled me. When you are ready, let us move on.
Look at the size of this place. Is this a training session?
Just so. Years passed, and Ravith and I bonded deeply. With that depth came darkness. No more practice today, Ravith. Let us rest.
Not yet. One more try. My song will work the more. Raise the construct.
It was not advised for Rithanti and Hadalit, singer and adept, to share such bonds. We did not listen. As you wish, Ravi. Sing for me.
Grant me strength to protect you when all others forsake me.
Ravith sang. It contained a rhythm, an undertone we both knew well. The soul! You destroyed them! They are completely gone! Ravith, what was that song?
I prayed for strength and it just came to me. It was meant to protect you.
We both heard it then. The drums of the bent dance. Azura commands that we love ourselves. We cannot resist who we are, what we feel, but emotions that fill us so completely invite the void to creep in. You just saw the first time Ravith channeled that darkness and opened the door for Namira. Of course, we were so filled with love, with music, that I feared losing her, just as she feared losing me. But while my training armored my soul, it could not save Ravith. Namira coaxed her into the dark, taking her heart one piece at a time. She convinced Ravith that if Azura knew we loved each other more than we loved her, she would never let us be together. I prayed for help, begged, but there was nothing to be done. Azura cannot help those that do not want to be saved. I will show you, and Krinzi. This is the part that may be the most difficult for her to see. And for me. Are you ready?
This is Starhaven Adeptorium. Dark moons. So many dead.
The work of a voice both great and terrible. Touch the light of memory and you will see.
Ravith. She's fallen to the darkness.
Fallen so far, and so quickly. I was helpless to stop it, and I was ill-prepared to see to her end.
Ravith is too powerful. My song weakens. Zerith, you must act now. I am sorry, Zerith. There is no one else. In Azura's name, reclaim your blade and end this.
Do not make me kill you, Ravith. Please!
Our hearts beat as one, Zerith. What will it do to you if you turn your blade upon me? Zerith, you must strike now!
I am sorry. Beshansi. Enough! I cannot stand to see this happen again.
What happened here? It chills me to my very soul.
I am sorry, Tamit. I cannot continue this ritual. The pain of this memory, it burns like a wound reopened. Please, do not ask me to continue. Ravith gave in to Namira and became the first Rajaska. She stalked the other moon singers at Starhaven Adaptorium, bent them to join her chorus. Any of the hidden moon that opposed her, she slaughtered them. All but Moonsinger Talbira and me. My former partner was strong. With Azura's aid, she created a song to ensnare even the Rajaska. She ordered me to take up my sword, and I... the pain... I can speak of this no more. Please, Tamit, abandon this ritual.
Oh, we have left the memories. Oh, Azura be praised.
I could not witness anymore. Talk to Krinzi, Tamit.
Back at the trading post, I thought Zerith's concern was misplaced, but now... Oh, I am glad he ended that last memory where he did. I feel shaken. Cold. Like we just saw the face of Namira herself. From what we saw, Ravith Morna was just as powerful then as she is now. But Moonsinger Talbira used a song to hold her in place. A song strong enough to hold the first Rajaska. If I could somehow learn that song... If we did, it would be nothing but dust now. Most Moonsinger songs were purged following the Zerith-var epiphany. But there is a place in Rimmon Necropolis, the tomb of the Moonsingers. Perhaps we could speak with Talbira herself there. Zerith can invite forward the dead, yes? If he calls forth Moonsinger Talbira, she could share her song with me. A song that can hold fast even the first Rajaska. We have to do something to save the other Twilight Cantors. This could be it.
An interesting idea, Krinzi. Talbira rests in the crypts at Rimka. Here, Azura guides our path to those halls. Let us depart.
Portal travel? I have rarely used such magic. Still, I am with you and Zerith to the end, Walker. Let us step through it and see what awaits us in the necropolis. That song we saw Ravith sing, you remember. Zerith was horrified when it destroyed the construct he called forth. It struck me because we Twilight Cantors try to exorcise darkness from a bending soul. If we cannot, we banish them as Ravith did. I did not know there was any other way. We can stop a soul from bending. Our songs may even have saved Ravith before she became Ravith Morna. But we cannot do what Zerith does. No one can. Not these days. He loved her, Walker. I imagine he tried, but no amount of love can force someone to seek redemption. You must want it for yourself. Ravith prayed for power, sought it from whoever was listening. It seems Namira answered her call.
My Moonclaw, it senses Daedra and unquiet undead. The tomb is much deeper in, to the east. We will carve a path for you, Crinzy.
Oh, all right. Azura guide you both. Zerith-var seems overly protective. I suppose I cannot blame him. Not after what we saw in his memories.
The tomb of the Moon Singers. It lies to the northeast of the main atrium. Be wary. I sense this place is not as quiet as one would expect a tomb to be. The ritual caused me a great deal of pain, Tamit. Speaking about it only opens wounds I would rather remain closed. Let us invite forward the spirit of Moonsinger Talbira, as Crinzy suggests. Through her, everything will be brought to light. There is the door to the crypt. Now that it is safe, let us send for Crinzy.
No need. I am here.
You followed us, Zerith-anti?
The Hidden Moon and the Ancient Moonsingers work together, yes? If I am to learn their songs, I should walk as they did. Now, shall we enter?
I sense no ill will ahead. These remains are undisturbed. Thank Azura. Moonsinger Talbira, find her remains, Tamit, and I can invite her forward.
My head! Such pain! Oh, what is happening? Moonsinger Talbira, I saw her spirit and then... the pain. I did not imagine it, did I? Her spirit collided with mine. No, the pain only lasted a moment and then it passed. But I do feel strange. Like remembering something I never knew I forgot. Like the song. Talbira's song. I know it. Bright moons. I can hear it. Moonsinger Talbira taught it to me. Or rather, she does not need to. She is here. She has always been here. She... Wait. Do you feel that? Something is coming. The rising darkness. Do you feel it? Oh no. Izalgo? No! Cantor Izalgo has fallen.
Crinzy, use this portal. Go! We will deal with Izalgo Morna.
David
Look at us,
sends her regards. I buried Dirge for Zerith-var, and always stand beside her.
You broke Serendar's life, my friend. Find peace in Azura's embrace, Rithandi. Let us follow Crinzy through the portal. I sent her to the first safe place I could think of.
Thank Azura! I was about to come after you. I know Talbira's song. I could have helped.
Izago's soul is at peace. Save your voice for when we face Ravith Morna.
Izalgo, my poor friend. May his voice join the chorus of our brothers and sisters in the sands behind the stars. In a way, his disappearance led us to Moonsinger Talbira. Oh, I wish he was still here. I have so much I want to tell him. Moonsinger Talbira's spirit entered my soul. I saw, I am still seeing so very much. Glimpses of a life I do not recognize. From an age I never knew. And I hear it. Talbira's song. As though I have known it my whole life. This is like no possession. At least, not one I have ever seen. It is hard to tell where she ends and I begin now. She does not seek to control me, just teach me. She gives freely of her songs, her knowledge, and a message. Forgiveness cannot abide when truth festers in shadow. Oh, I shall have to meditate on her meaning. Perhaps it is a mindset I can use to practice Talbira's song. You should speak to Zerith, Walker. I think he has need of his Tamid. My soul and that of Moonsinger Talbira's, are they the same now? Am I her? Is she me? I would ask to travel with you and Zerith, but I have so much to figure out now. So much to practice and learn. You know me, yes? You need to trust me right now. I am an exorcist. I know the signs of dark spirits. The things the void whispers, tempting us into darkness. I sense nothing like that from Talbira. It's hard for her to show me anything right now. And yet, I can't shake the feeling that our souls are deeply connected. I'll have to go looking for myself. Remembering things from a life I didn't know I lived is very strange. I am a bit overwhelmed, but with your help, we have found a song that can stop Ravith Morna. And I've made a deep connection with one of my ancient sisters. I am awed by the grace of Azura, and ready to sing. Forgiveness cannot abide while truth festers in shadow. Mysterious, isn't it? There must be some reason for shrouding her exact meaning from me. I'm eager to discover it for myself. It certainly feels as if it has something to do with Zerith and Ravith Morna. He works to forgive and redeem fallen souls. Perhaps some truth must still be revealed before he can forgive her for what she's done. I know Talbira's song. Now I need to practice. I'll also see if I can teach it to other Twilight Cantors. I just hope nobody asks too many questions about how I learned it. Especially the Inquisitors. That I wrote the song myself. If Talbira's soul has been reborn in me, well, that's not really a lie, is it? I won't mention you and Zerith. Don't worry.
The spirit of Moonsinger Talbira, reborn into Cantor Crinzy, returned to this plane, just as I was, as Ravith Morna was. Azura's purpose for me becomes more clear, and yet more fraught as well. Forgiveness cannot abide when truth festers in shadow. Yes, I am certain I understand Talbira's message. But Crinzy does not. Strange. Perhaps the Moon Singer still has things to teach our Cantor. She will understand soon enough. I tried, Tamid, I truly did. With you at my side, I thought I was ready to confront my past. But the pain... I was wrong. I am sorry. But Azura has given us a path forward. Talbira is here, lending us her song. So it was not for nothing. Talbira's song was powerful enough to hold Ravith Morna, to drown out her voice. Ravith has forsaken Azura. But perhaps we might yet persuade her to return to the light. Of course, Crinzy will need time to practice before that day comes. We explored my past and rediscovered Talbira's song. Azura will guide us to confront these shadows when the time is right. For now, let us leave Crinzy to practice in peace. You and I can continue to build our strength, so we are ready to strike. Yes? Somewhere in Cantor Crinzy's soul is the song that Moonsinger Talbira used to bind Ravith Morna. If Crinzy can hold Ravith Morna in place, perhaps, after all these years, I can persuade her to return to Azura's embrace.